What up, world? Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Convos with Deej. I am the Deej. Let's get into it. I'm going to talk about Donda versus Certified Lover Boy. Talk about the real rap album of the year because a lot of people are saying that either Donda or CLB is rap album, but not in my opinion. And we still got a couple months left, so then I'm going to talk about new music that was released last Friday, September 3rd. New music that's going to come out this Friday, the 10th. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about Mac Miller since yesterday, the 7th, was the 3rd-year anniversary of his passing. So without further ado, let's get into it. So on the 29th of August, that was almost 2 Sundays ago or last Sunday or whatever, Kanye decided to drop Donda, which he had been doing listening sessions for 3 weeks prior to. So if you listen to those sessions, like, you got to hear different versions of the song, yada yada yada, which is great. But like, I'm kind of sick of the Kanye, like, just playing around, just like, oh, I'm gonna make this song, and then like a week later changes it, and it's like, yo, you have to just let the song breathe. But anyway, Kanye decided he was gonna drop Donda on that Sunday. And if you've been keeping up with Kanye and Drake, you would know that they've had their little beef or whatever, which, if you're conspiracy theorists, like, all of this is just for them to get their get their streams up, get their money up. It's like, that's cool or whatever. Or they could really have beef. So I don't know. But anyway, so Kanye's chess move in this part was to release Donda on that Sunday. Donda is 27 tracks. I'm not a big fan of having 27. I'm not even a big fan of having, like, if it's not 20 good hits, like bangers, you don't need that. And he had 27. And as we can see here, I actually like more than I thought I was going to. And this is after me re-listening to it like a week later. The first time I listened to it, I was like, yo, this is not it. But after I listened to it like a second and third time around, it's like, okay, I see you. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 27 songs. That was like, okay, but which is not bad, but he could, like, these part 2 songs, he could have just made those, like, just took out part 1 or just combined them with part 1. But whatever. So he could have had just 23 tracks. And then the Donda chant, oh man, Donda chant, like, it's great, but you didn't really need it. So, but I get it. So then on last Friday, the 3rd, Drake decided to release Certified Lover Boy, which he had already said or announced that he was going to drop on the 3rd on ESPN, on Sports Center, which is kind of cool, like the way that he did it. So he had that one up on Kanye, but then Kanye did the surprise drop on Sunday. So it was like, oh shit. But here's where Drake comes in and does his Drake thing. Like, all right, cool. First of all, the cover, both of the covers for these are just, like, they're not even trying anymore. That's what I want to say. It's like, both of these albums, they're not even trying. Like, they know that people are going to listen to it or buy it or go to their tours or whatever. I don't even feel like they're trying anymore. You could just tell by, like, what is it, like, you're a dad now, Drake. Like, what are you doing? Still talking, anyway. So, and off the rip, I can't sit here and be like, yo, this is a great Drake album. Like, it was okay. It could have been way better, though, if he decided to, I don't know, try harder. Like, compared to Donda, that got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 21. It's like the percentages are kind of close, not really. But I mean, the bangers, the ones that I do like on Certified Lover Boy are the fucking bangers. Like the Jay-Z verse, like he came through compared to the Jay-Z verse on Jail Part 1, which is like, yo, I don't think Jay-Z wants to rap anymore. And then Way Too Sexy is the one. That's the male anthem of the year. If you don't listen to Way Too Sexy once a day, like you're doing yourself a disservice. Yerba's Heartbreak, like it's just a nice little tune, like get you in your feels. Friends in the Industry. The Project Pat though, like that was slapping. Of course, Wayne and Ross put them on a track. You got it. And then Cudi, Cudi hums, it's like perfect. But if I had to compare the two albums, I'd give the edge honestly to Donda, because at least Kanye, I don't know, like Kanye definitely did something different on Donda compared to his other albums. Like even Jesus is Lord was more like just singing gospel. Like this was like Jesus is Lord, but like more rapping, more like braggadocious. Like okay, cool. Certified Lover Boy is just Drake saying the same shit he's been saying for the past how many albums, whenever he raps, like I'm taking your girl, I got money, I'll go around the world, I'm a dad now, blah 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 blah. It's like, all right, bet, I get it. Like, and you don't even switch up the flow. Like, it took me until Way Too Sexy to be like, oh shit, like Drake finally switched the flow up. Like before that, it's just like he's either singing or just doing the same flow he's done on every other song that I've heard before. And then Way Too Sexy comes on and you're like, oh, okay. But, I mean, it's just my opinion. Everybody has their own. I might be right. I might be wrong. Who knows? Moving on. So people were saying that Donda or CLB were the rap album of the year. I'd like to disagree because one, the year's not over yet, and two, like I said, they didn't really do anything that was crazy. Which moves to what I think might be contender. It's definitely contender for rap album of the year. Got Tyler the Creator with Call Me If You're Lost. Tyler consistently brings the heat. He's been bringing the heat longer than people realize. Like, people are finally giving him his props, and that's great. But, like, y'all have been sleeping on Tyler for way too long. Like, real Tyler fans, like, we already know, like, since Goblin, since he's been eating the roach, like, since Odd Feature days, it's like, all right, bet, like, yeah, this is what he does. But you know, like, he's going to bring the production, he's going to bring the bars, and he's going to do something different on every album. And every album that he's done is literally different from the last one. Goblin doesn't sound like Wolf, doesn't sound like Cherry Bomb, doesn't sound like Flower Boy, doesn't sound like Igor, doesn't sound like Call Me If You Get Lost. Some people think that Igor is his best album. I went to that tour. That tour was fucking bananas. But, like, I think that this might be his best album because, like, first of all, he had DJ Drama on there, which, like, if you're a real hip-hop head, like, Gangsta Grills is the staple for the early 2000s. Without Gangsta Grills, like, I don't even know if I'd be listening to rap as much because, like, you had Dedication 1, Dedication 2 by Wayne. You had the Pharrell Dedication. Joel Santana had one. Like, it's so many artists that had the Gangsta Grills, and DJ Drama was instrumental to them, like, taking that next level. So, like, shout out to Tyler getting DJ Drama on here and exposing him to a whole new audience. But, like, as you can see on here, like, I liked every track on here. I might not listen to every track every day, but every track on here, Tyler brought the production, he brought the heat. Like, Run It Up is definitely, like, up there for song of the year, in my opinion. Because it's just like confident. It represents being, like, fucking confident in yourself and doing what you want and not giving a fuck what people say. And, like, that's Tyler to a T. Tyler's been doing what he wants, and he does not give a fuck what people think. So like that's why this album's lit. That's why Run It Up is. That's why this album is up for album of the year in my opinion, and that's why Run It Up is like one of the bangers for this year. Another album that I would say could be contender for rap album of the year would be Isaiah Rashad. Which, side note, I'm going to his concert tomorrow, but I have to. They sent the email. I have to get some things done in order for me to go. So that'll be fun. But you know, it's neither here nor there. You got to do what you got to do. But Isaiah Rashad finally released "The House Is Burning" after 5 years of waiting. He released that in July. Yeah, Tyler came out in end of June. Yeah, this came out the end of July. Yeah, and like this same shit right here. Like both of the albums, Tyler and Isaiah, they're both less than 20, but they're all like quality songs. You know what I mean? Like starts off with Dark Side. Like what am I supposed to do outside but get rich? Like yo, that's how you start the album. Is like, and if you really with listening to like lyrics and whatnot, like Isaiah's always bringing the flow. He brings the bars. Like he's creative. He's definitely up there for me, like as one of the best rappers out right now, and he doesn't get enough credit. Just like, well, Tyler's getting more credit, but it's the same thing. Like the rappers who really care about rapping and like put their all into it and are willing to take a risk, they don't get the recognitions that they should because of the powers that be. So it's like, it's whatever, but I mean, I'm here to give them their credit. So The House Is Burning was great. If you haven't listened to that, like, please do. I would recommend R.I.P. Young, and like I would definitely recommend the second half of HB2U. I don't know, it's Happy Birthday to You. It could be Human Being to You because of the second half, but like I'm pretty sure it's Happy Birthday to You. Who knows? But the second half of this song, like You're Now a Human Being, like that slaps. So do yourself a favor and listen to The House Is Burning. The third album that I would say could be up there for rap album of the year would be Nas. Just solely for the fact that he got Lauryn Hill on it. Because like you haven't heard Lauryn Hill rapping forever. And like she brought the bars, bro. Can't play any of these songs because copyrights and whatnot. But like it's another thing here. Like every song on here, less than 20 tracks, but they're all quality songs. Shout out to Hit Boy. Like Nas and Hit Boy got something going on. So I like that chemistry that they have. If you haven't listened to King's Disease 2, go ahead and listen to it. Take a look. Definitely listen to Nobody featuring Lauryn Hill. My Bible was good. I'm just naming off the ones that I really like. Really like. And Count Me In was like a banger. And EPMD 2, like that one slaps. Eminem definitely brought the bars on that one. Even though people say like, oh, he raps too much. It's like yeah, he raps too much. Like that's what he does. Like he's a rapper. He's a lyricist. He's done everything. So now he's trying to see what else he can do. Like at this point, you're listening to Eminem to see like, all right, how's he gonna do this? How's he gonna do this? Like, I'm not listening to see like, oh, he's gonna ready to tell a story. Like he's gonna tell you a story most likely, and he's gonna like break his bars down to like, oh man, you're gonna have to keep replaying it to like understand and appreciate what he's doing. So that's why I would say like those three albums are up there for rap album of the year. But seeing how there's still like a couple months left before like they shut down, I guess considering that, because I don't think they consider albums that come out in December for album of the year. I do, but like whatever. So Kendrick's still supposed to be coming out at some point. He said soon, whatever that means. So it's hard to say that Donda or CLB or rap album of the year when I just gave you three other albums that I would say are much better, and Kendrick has yet to release. So you're gonna have to hold off on saying what's the rap album of the year or what's the single of the year until the year's over. Like, what else can we do? Moving on, we got some new music. Let's see. New music. Only got a couple hits for you. Last week wasn't. I mean, besides Certified Lover Boy, last week wasn't like too eventful. But Pablo, I guess that's how you say this, by Mr. Twin Sister. Mr. Twin Sister is this group. They're kind of like an alternative band. I like them. They're cool. Song by them. They're the sample for the Recipe by Kendrick. The original song is Meet the Frownies. So look up Meet the Frownies by Mr. Twin Sister. Then you can listen to their last album, Salt. That one was really good. But they just released this song on Friday. I like it. It's pretty good. Give it a check. Then Tom, I guess how you say his last name, Mish. I think that's how you say his last name. He released an album. Last year he was doing a bunch of like quarantine videos on YouTube, and he finally decided to put them on streaming. So definitely give these a check out if you can find the videos on YouTube. I'm sure they're still up there, but oh, come on. Nah, it's all good. But definitely check out that quarantine sessions. Gypsy Woman, that's house music, like classic. He did a rendition of that. So give that a peep. Let's see. Can I get this up? Here we go with the internet. It's all good. So I got a couple more new music releases from last week. Having some Spotify issues, but you know, it's the first stream, so it is what it is. One more album that you can check out that was released last Friday is by JMSN. He's like Justin Timberlake, but like not poppy, I guess. He's more soulful. I like him. He released the album called Heals Me. I haven't been able to check out the whole thing yet, but from what I have heard, it's really good. I've listened to a couple songs, so I still gotta go through that, but give him a peep. Also check out his previous stuff, like he's really good. And a single that came out last week by I Hate You Sheed, Girls That Like to Smoke, featuring Andrea Valley and Carrie Foe. That song hits. So yeah. And then this week is the 10th. So there are going to be a couple albums coming out. I don't know as far as singles coming out. Home Shake's releasing an album. He's more like alternative. I don't really know what to call like the artists that aren't like hip hop, but they're not. Like I just listen to whatever. So like if that's not their genre, excuse me. But I would say Home Shake, he's like more alternative. He's releasing an album, Under the Weather. He's got a few singles out that you can listen to before Friday. King Cruel, he's releasing an album apparently. You Heat Me Up, You Cool Me Down. That's going to be interesting because I didn't know he was releasing it. AZ, if you know the song with Nas, Life's a Bitch. AZ's on there. Life's a bitch and then you die. It's like, yeah, that's him. So he's releasing the sequel to Do or Die, obviously called Do or Die 2. So that comes out on Friday. And then Park, how do you say her name? I might be saying it wrong, but Park Hae Jin. She's coming out with an album, Before I Die. That one's gonna be good. Like she's I believe she's Korean, and she releases like, how do I describe her music? I don't know. Like it's good. Like it's like it's upbeat. Like, but it's in a different language. Like I fucks with it. So that comes out on Friday. She's got a couple singles for that are already out that you can listen to. I've been listening to the last single she came out was "What You Doing Later." That one slaps. So give her a listen before Friday. And then James Blake, excuse me, James Blake was supposed to release an album on Friday, but it's being delayed because of, I think he said, like vinyl issues. So that's fine. Like, you know, things happen. So James Blake, Friends That Break Your Heart, that is delayed until October 8th. I was looking forward to that one, but I'm just going to have to wait a little bit longer. So it is what it is. Oh, all right. So that was the review for this past week or so as far as music. One more thing before I leave. Like I said, yesterday, the 7th, was the 3rd year anniversary for Max Miller's passing. I'm sure it's been heavy on a lot of people, like this week coming up, or this past week, just memories of Mac. I don't know, man. Like it's yes. A good thing was yesterday. Like it was the first anniversary I didn't cry over it. Like, but it's still surreal to like think that he's not here. So rest in peace, rest in paradise to Malcolm McCormick. My condolences to his family, to his friends, to the fans, to everybody who had love for Mac. And if you're going to the celebration of Mac on Friday in Pittsburgh, fingers crossed I'll be there. It's from, I believe it starts at 4. So I'm definitely going to do my part to make it down there or make it up there. I really want to be able to just be around some good energy and celebrate the life of Mac, and, you know, just have a good day, because that's what he will want for us in the end. Like, just keep going. Side note, I guess a little plug, like, in memory of Mac, I did a mix for him yesterday. I've done a lot of mixes for him, but yesterday I would think was my best mix for him. So if you go on SoundCloud, same name as my YouTube, I'm the Deej, IMTHEDEEJ. You'll find the newest mix that I did for Mac. It's titled "Still Kids." Still kicking incredibly dope shit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoy the mix. Please pay homage to Mac. But this was fun. So until next time, I'm the Deej. I don't have some catchy catchphrase to get out of here yet. But yeah, this was fun. So until next time, peace.